Chaosbane is a top-down co-op action RPG set in the Warhammer universe, wherein you take up the mantle of one or more grizzled war heroes to slay hordes of unfortunate goons. It gets to the good stuff pretty fast, providing the player a suitably dramatic introductory scene with booming, grim narration, then driving straight into the old hack-and-slashin'. Any genre enthusiast will be well familiar with everything on display here, but for what it's worth, Chaosbane does its well-worn tropes and mechanics justice, executing them with creativity and care. Perhaps most importantly, the combat is viscerally satisfying. You equip your chosen skills, head into battle, and mercilessly slaughter countless droves of demons and cultists in unstoppable bloodlust. The act of murder is a supremely satisfying thing in this game. The sound effects, grotesque enemies, graphical flair, and big glowing numbers all entwine in a feast of furious violence. It's fun to hit stuff. Fortunately, there are some brains to back up that brawn. Chaosbane? Oh my god. Chaosbane wouldn't be much an action RPG without the RPG, and the good stuff's here, albeit to varying degrees. There's excellent co-op synergy, with each class having a distinctive role which benefits their teammates and allows them a wealth of customization. The mage is versatile and has a plethora of ranged spells for all circumstances. The paladin is your tank, with defense buffs, AoE sigils which increase survivability, and he takes less damage when surrounded. The dwarf engineer manages a pressure meter, which buffs their regen and defense, but eventually resets. This allows them to hit heavy in waves, and encourages them to manage their optimal uptime. And these mechanics are fun enough to manage on their own, but are doubly enjoyable when strategizing with partners for optimal efficacy. Swapping out builds and skills and equipment to maximize your potential is as enjoyable as the combat. My friends and I spent a lot of time in menus in this game, and it was good stuff. The atmosphere and presentation, quite thankfully, are as rich as the gameplay, indulging in highly detailed Gothic scenery which, when accompanied by thunderously powerful voice acting, all but guarantee your immersion in the setting. There may not be anything spectacularly unique here, but Chaosbane all the same features some considerable effort in its design and atmosphere. Regrettably, effort and passion alone aren't always enough. I thoroughly enjoyed my time with Chaosbane, but it has some glaring, unmistakable issues which taint the experience. Most pervasively, the balancing is completely busted. The game has difficulty modes, and playing on very hard in Chaosbane is equivalent to playing on easy or lower in classic ARPGs. The enemies simply don't deal enough damage to be threatening, and even a cursory understanding of tactics will win you most battles near effortlessly. There are higher difficulties, labeled Chaos difficulties, which do genuinely pack a punch, but they're locked away until you finish the game for some reason, ruining the pacing and inviting ennui. We were so overpowered toward the end that we were literally jogging through enemies and melting bosses. Here, take a look at us fighting the final boss. Keep in mind, this is on very hard mode. The issues don't stop there, however. Even when you dig into the postgame and its self-selected balancing, the bugs rear their heads. You've got your floating enemies, which are incapable of damaging you and drop unobtainable loot. You've also got broken UI elements which disappear at random, and you've got moments when certain attacks just plain stop working. And even outside of gameplay issues, the pacing and narrative are laughably bad at several points. For example, in order to confront the Harbinger of Chaos, you must do the following. Dispel the Demon Prince's barrier, which requires disabling his shield, which requires finding map fragments, which first means killing the Chaos Beasts guarding the map fragments, which requires killing the Guardians guarding the Chaos Beasts. But before that, you have to fight the Sentinels protecting the Guardians protecting the Chaos Beasts. Oh, and to even find the Sentinels, you have to locate a lieutenant and interrogate him for the Demon Prince's name. It's embarrassingly obvious padding. But in spite of all that, I still enjoyed myself, and I plan to nab all the achievements. Gaming has changed, and our medium has given us a mediocre action RPG where we deserved and could have once had a great one. But I still see the heart here, and I guess that's good enough for now.